So let's put it this way. Shawnee Mac, Full Send MMA with my man Ian Garry, and he called my bluff, right? He called my bluff. What was it? 2 weeks ago, he sat in front of me in Kansas City and he said, I've already got my tickets booked to Montreal. UFC makes a phone call and says, hey, do you want to weigh in as the backup in Montreal? Ian Garry going to be there?
My flight's already booked.
Can we confirm this? Is this our...
Well, you want to confirm that my flight's already booked?
She says, I'll forward you an email. So you will 100% be in Montreal.
100%.
And I had my...
Where are we right now? Where are we right now?
I had my doubts. I was skeptical. We are currently in Montreal. He is going to be officially weighing in as the backup for the main event between Jack Della Maddalena and Belal Muhammad. And I guess I owe you one.
No, you don't owe me anything. I just want to make sure that everyone knows I'm right. And when I say shit, I mean it. It's the same with everything. If I say something, it's the truth and I mean it. I'm not here to spread bullshit and spread lies. I only tell people facts. I had my flights booked.
And your face is looking pretty clean.
I told you, dude, I recover well, I heal good, I'm young, I'm beautiful, I'm talented, I've got it all. Ready to go.
I know you recently did a breakdown of the fight with Prates. We were just talking off camera a little bit. You said, for people to say that Carlos Prates didn't look great in there, that's a horrible take, right? Because the fact is that you went in there and you shut him down for 5 rounds.
Yeah, dude, that was the best Prates we've seen. There was a lot of mistakes that I'd seen in tapes prior to that. He made a lot of errors, but he came in here a lot cleaner. For example, when you throw a left hook on him, he normally leans off. I thought the head kick was going to knock him out early after a while, but he didn't. He was very solid fundamentally. He had made a lot of changes to his game to make him more clinical, and I just knew I'm faster, I'm more intelligent, and I've got all the weapons in the arsenal to take advantage of his game and just shut him down, and that's what I did.
What do you think about these guys in the main event, right? Because it feels like there's a lot of eyes that are shifting towards you, which is bad news on their part, considering they're the headliner of a pay-per-view, right? And you've got people talking about Ian Machado Garry's here as the backup fighter, and all of a sudden the attention's being drawn away from them.
Because I'm more interesting. The truth is, both of the fighters are phenomenal fighters. Belal's the champion. He went out and he dominated against Leon Edwards to win the belt. He's a phenomenal fighter. And actually, Belal is a very good human from what I've seen. Very respectful, holds himself carries himself very well. And again, Jack has been inactive. Do you know what I mean? Hasn't had the best stretch of fights recently. He's got one win over a current ranked opponent. That's Gilbert. Do you know what I mean? I just think this should be all different. This whole thing should be different. I believe I should be in there for the belt, and that's why I'm here. If anything happens, my dream is that Jack doesn't make weight. I jump in, I go out there, I beat Belal, I get the belt wrapped around my waist, and I do it back to back to back short notice.
And it's interesting because I think Jack did acknowledge you. He said, you know what, I'm ready to fight Ian Machado Garry if he steps in there. Belal Muhammad was recently on our Full Send podcast, and he was asked, hey, who do you think should be next? And he didn't discredit you. He knows that you're here, but he kind of went on to say, oh, I'm looking at, Kamaru Usman and Joaquin Buckley. If Buckley goes out and finishes Colby and Usman, I think that's more impressive. What is your take on that?
This is from the same man who said I am the hardest matchup for him in the division. He would much rather fight a Kamaru Usman or a Joaquin Buckley because that's a better chance for him to maintain being the champion. He fights me stylistically. I'm the worst matchup for him. I'm long, I'm tall, I'm luscious, I'm beautiful at my strike, and I understand distance control. Belal said it time and time again. He knows my fight IQ is the best. So stylistically, matchup wise, I'm a nightmare for him. He doesn't want that. So that's why he's talking about everyone else and not me. But the truth is, I am next. I'm going to be the next person. I'm the biggest matchup he can get in the division. There's no one gives a rat's about Joaquin Buckley. No one gives a rat's about Kamaru Usman. He should be gone a long time ago. So they're irrelevant in my mind. The biggest fight you can make after this event, when Belal wins, is Belal Muhammad versus Ian Machado Garry. And let's do it in your back garden. Let's do it in Chicago.
So realistically then, Belal wins. Will you accept any other fight than a title shot?
No, I don't think I need to. I believe I'm the biggest name in the division. Do you know what I mean? I injured Shavkat. He's not going to be fighting this year. Do you know what I mean? I don't see anyone who's bigger or anyone who's more interesting to put on a pay-per-view main event and sell out a stadium. There is no one bigger. There is no one that will create that buzz and that hype And I think me and Belal stylistically is a great matchup. It's a great fight. It's two professional athletes going out there who have nothing but respect for each other, but want to compete against the best and be the best. And I believe Belal wins this weekend, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to show the world why I really am the best in the world, and I'm going to do it against the champion.
And when you talk about buzz and promotion, you got a lot of hardworking Canadians that are coming to Montreal this weekend. They're going to spend their money to watch this pay-per-view. Do you think these guys are doing a good enough job of promoting their fight?
I mean, they're not the most talkative sellers of pay-per-views, but the truth is, at the end of the day, if the fight lives up to it, then that's really all that matters. They can promote it however they want to. You know, Jack's a bit more dry. Belal doesn't really kind of talk a lot of shit that much. He dabbles in it a little bit. But I think realistically, as long as the fight shows up and they fight their hearts out and give the Canadians the war they want, then everyone lives a winner. But I approach the fight game a little bit differently. I want to have a little bit of buzz, a little bit of banter prior to, and that's always the way I've been about it.
Did you expect to stir the pot as much as you did? Because I feel like with our last two interviews, you know, some things were said, and it seemed like everybody in the top 5 in that welterweight division had something to say. Buckley had something to say. Sean Brady had something to say. Like, I just don't feel like there's anyone else kind of doing it the way you're doing it right now.
There's not. And the rest of the top 5 want to mention my name. They want to talk about my name, because the truth is, when they mention my name, they get more clicks. They get more videos. You've got Joaquin Buckley acting like a fucking fool. He's desperate. Do you know what I mean? He's mentioning my name at every single possibility he can, because he knows no one cares about him. But when he mentions my name, they care. Sean Brady as well. Boring. No one really cares about him. No one really wants to watch him fight. Do you know what I mean? Half the stadium was empty when him and Leon fought. They don't care about him. When I show up, everyone's talking. Everyone wants to get their cameras out. Everyone knows we're going to get gold here. We're going to get gold. This could be, at any moment, this could pop off and go viral. I just show up. I do me. I have the energy that I have, and I put on a show for the fans. When I get in the octagon, I want to go out there and I want to put on the best possible show I can. Do you know what I mean? I want to knock motherfuckers out. These hands, they've been like decision machines lately. I don't know what's going on with them. But we'll figure it out. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm still taking fights on short notice against the most dangerous guys in the division. And I'm going out there and I'm looking phenomenal against them.
How hard is it on your body, right? Because you take these fights on short notice. You come from 2 weeks in Kansas City. Did you have to just maintain the weight the entire time these last 2 weeks?
No. After the fight, I ate well. I relaxed. I went to Vegas. I did my recovery, my recuperation. I went to the PI. I got everything I needed to possibly be in the position where I could come back and be the backup. Because after a 25-minute fight, your body is going to need that relaxation. Do you know what I mean? I haven't trained. I'm just completely letting my body relax. And if I'm needed Saturday night, I'll let that lion go. I'll go out there and I'll let him loose, and he'll be free and he'll be ready.
It almost reminds me of like the old school fighters back in the day, like the Tank Abbotts that, I don't need to train. Throw me in there against the best in the world. And it really defines, anytime, anywhere, any place.
Dude, I've said this. Look, I took a fight in short notice against Carlos Practice, 25 days notice. I trained for 3 weeks ahead of the fight. I had a 25-minute fight. I can do 25 minutes. There's no doubt in my mind that I need more time to prepare. What I need to do is let my body rest, relax, and if I'm needed, if the opportunity arises, I will take it by the fucking balls, and I will go out there and I will leave Canada with a world title wrapped around my waist.
And lastly, I've heard that you've got a gift for somebody this week.
Yeah, I did a little bit of playful banter. Let's make it a bit interesting. Jack, I've got a gift for you, right? These are from me. I heard you love them. Eat them, miss weight, don't miss weight, whatever, but these are for you, my friend.
Peanut M&Ms, that's
what apparently he likes. So they're a gift from the future to Jack Della Maddalena. I mean, I'd love a world where he eats the whole thing, misses weight, and I jump in, but otherwise, maybe if you fight Saturday night, you can enjoy those victories and still think of me after the fight.
Ian Machado Garry, man, I'm done. I'm done not believing the hype and not believing what this guy tells me. You know what I mean? Because every time he just comes and he calls my bluff.
After the fights, I always see you. I always look at you and I just say, told you. Every single time. And it's never going to change. I'm always going to do what I say I was going to do. And that's the way the world works in my mind.
And I can confirm that because backstage he looked at me after the Carlos Prates fight. He said, "Listen, I wanted to knock him out, but I told you." And he came over and he did the same thing we're about to do right now. I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna dap him up, show him some love. This is my brother.